Hi there. Today we're diving into one of the most common retirement planning questions. Is it worth maxing out your 401k in 2025? You've probably heard that maxing out your 401k is one of the best ways to prepare for retirement. But with all the changes to tax laws, inflation, and the economy, you might be wondering if it's still the best option. Well, today we're going to break it all down so you can make an informed decision about whether contributing the maximum to your 401k should be part of your strategy. Let's jump in.
Welcome to Personal Finance Cat, where I share my personal take on personal finance.
What does maxing out your 401k mean? Before we get into whether or not it's worth it, let's clarify what maxing out your 401k means. In 2025, the IRS has set the contribution limit for a 401k at $23,000 if you're under the age of 50. If you're 50 or older, you can take advantage of catch-up contributions, which bumps the limit to $30,500. Maxing out your 401k means contributing the full allowed amount, whether that's $23K or $30.5K into your 401k over the course of the year. This amount is usually split across your paychecks. But the big question is that always the best move for your financial future? So why you might want to max out your 401k in 2025? Let's start with the benefits. There are some solid reasons why maxing out your 401k might still be a great choice, even in 2025. 1. Tax benefits. One of the biggest advantages of contributing to your 401k is the tax break you get. Your 401k contributions are made pre-tax, which means the money you contribute is deducted from your taxable income for the year. This can reduce your taxable income and lower the amount of taxes you owe. For example, if you make $80,000 a year and contribute $23,000 to your 401k, you will only pay taxes on $57,000 for that year, which could lead to a significant tax savings. Tip: if you're in a high tax bracket, maxing out your 401k can help you keep more of your money in your pocket today, which is a huge win. 2. Employer match. Many employers offer a 401k match, which is essentially free money. If your employer is matching a percentage of your contributions, maxing out your 401k ensures you are taking full advantage of that match. For example, if your employer matches 100% of your contributions, up to 5% of your salary, that's a 100% return on that portion of your contribution. This is money you don't want to leave on the table. 3. Compound growth. The sooner you start contributing and the more you contribute, the more money you will make in the long term thanks to compound interest. The more money you have in your 401k, the more you can earn passively without doing anything. Even if you are not actively managing your investments, the returns will grow over time. Tip: the earlier you max out your 401k, the more you'll be able to take advantage of compound growth over the decades. 4. Retirement security. In a world where Social Security benefits might not be as guaranteed as we'd like them to be, it's important to have your own retirement savings. A 401k is a tax-advantaged retirement account that allows you to save and invest for the long term, providing you with a reliable income source when you're ready to retire. Tip: if you want to retire with peace of mind, maxing out your 401k ensures that you've built a solid nest egg. But why you might not want to max out your 401k in 2025? Now, let's talk about some of the reasons you might choose not to max out your 401k or why it might not be the best option for everyone in 2025. 1. Limited investment options. One drawback of 401k accounts is that your investment options can be limited to what's available in your plan. Typically, this includes a range of mutual funds or target date funds, but you might not have access to other potentially high-performing investment opportunities like individual stocks or real estate. Tip: if you prefer more flexibility in your investment strategy, you might want to consider contributing less to your 401k and focusing on other investment accounts, like an IRA or a brokerage account. 2. High fees. Some 401k plans have high administrative fees or fund management fees that eat into your returns over time. Even a small percentage in fees can add up significantly over 20 to 30 years. Tip: before maxing out your 401k, review the fees associated with your plan. If they're too high, it might make sense to scale back and consider contributing more to other investment accounts, like a low-fee Roth IRA. 3. Your emergency fund needs. If you're putting all your extra savings into your 401k, you might neglect the importance of an emergency fund or liquid savings. It's crucial to have cash available for unexpected expenses, like medical bills, car repairs, or even job loss. Tip: prioritize building an emergency fund with 3 to 6 months of living expenses before maxing out your 401k. Having this cushion gives you peace of mind and financial security. 4. Short-term financial goals. While contributing to your 401k is great for long-term retirement planning, it's not the best place to stash money for short-term goals. If you want to save for a home, a vacation, or other short-term goals, you'll likely need to keep that money more accessible than it would be in a 401k. Tip: consider balancing your financial priorities. Putting enough in your 401k for tax advantages and employer matching while still saving for your short-term goals in taxable accounts or a high-yield savings account. Now let's talk about the bottom line. Should you max out your 401k in 2025? So is maxing out your 401k worth it in 2025? The answer depends on your personal financial situation and goals. If you're in a good financial position, have a steady income, and want to build long-term retirement security, maxing out your 401k is still one of the best ways to save for retirement, especially with the tax benefits and the employer match. However, if your financial situation is tighter, you have high interest debt, or you don't have a solid emergency fund, it might make sense to scale back on 401k contributions and focus on building a financial foundation first. You don't want to lock up all your money in a 401k if you need liquidity or flexibility for more immediate needs. Here are some final thoughts. Maxing out your 401k is a powerful retirement tool, but like all financial decisions, it's important to weigh the pros and cons based on where you are at in life and your future goals. As we move through 2025, take a step back and assess what's right for your specific situation. Your financial future is important, and make strategic moves today will help you get to where you want to be tomorrow. All right, that's all for today's episode, friends. I hope this helped you make sense of whether maxing out your 401k is the right move for you in 2025. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast for more personal finance tips, and leave a review if you found this episode helpful. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time.